Here today in Paisley after spending some time with a couple of clients to have a hedge reduced, and this is the access, and the lads are currently putting some mats down to protect what once was a tennis court in a beautiful garden. The client specifically asked us to protect the lawn, so Max has kindly brought these boards. How much do they cost, Max? £150 each. We're just following Max up just now to get the track chipper. Okay, we've taken the chute off to enable access beneath these trees, which are probably a little bit vulnerable. We don't want to damage anything before we even start. Moving the mats along, we've had to put them the other way around because the machine's a little bit bigger than we thought. I can't film for too long, so I'm going to have to give Andy a hand shifting these. Back in a minute. So that was quite effective, as you can see. No marks on the lawn. And now we've got to negotiate the next phase of getting in. This job's all about the logistics, it's not just cutting people. So here's a pond that we had to check for ducks' nests this morning, because there was a couple of ducks sitting there, but there's nothing that we could see. Max is just moving into position. He's actually broadened the tracks ever so slightly on the one side only, to enable them to go downhill. Before we start, just a little bit of a background about this job. We've got a cherry laurel hedge which starts here and extends all the way up the hill, all the way up to the top. We have a pond to negotiate, which isn't great, but obviously we're going to work around that. We've got this point here and where the lads are currently as our two chipping points. So a bit of background about this one. Under the High Hedges Act, the clients who are not the owners of the hedge wanted a little bit more light into their garden, and were in negotiations with the owner of the property and the owner of the hedge for a number of weeks, and I was able to act as a go-between. And in the end, after lots of discussions, we ended up in this position where today we're here to cut this down to 2 metres. It's cherry laurel, very resilient, it will regenerate, so let's see how it goes.